As we arrived in Memphis, I was curious about another vehicle that was rumored to still exist.
We're talking about the 1948 Chevy panel truck. For years, it sat out behind one of the sheds on the grounds of Graceland. It's part of a great story. Elvis would put on a cap and a jacket, and he would use the panel truck to come down this back driveway and, in essence, get away because the fans would be all over the front gates. Really, the only two vehicles that Elvis kept all along and that we have to this day was the pink Cadillac that was, of course, associated with his mother and the panel truck. I think we've always surmised that Elvis connected that panel truck with his beginnings. Supposedly, it was the Crown Electric panel truck that he drove up to Sun Studio one day to go in and pay $4 to make a recording of himself. That it starts the amazing story of Elvis Presley.
This is it. We have now arrived to the mystery vehicle.
All right, come on, what's the mystery vehicle?
Okay, this is a 48 Chevy panel truck that Elvis used to escape the public with and go do his private things like going to the store, going to movies, or even buying furniture with this vehicle. His dad got this vehicle, and they've kept it at Graceland, and it's been there ever since the day that his dad got it. And it's an amazing thing to know that with our resources, we've only found one other one, and we just discovered it 2 weeks ago.
Has this truck ever been seen publicly?
Not since his death, no.
And they said he drove this truck a lot himself.
He did.
Now, it's not luxury, no leather seats, things like that.
No.
No air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No air conditioning back then.
It had a radio.
Had a radio. He had trouble adjusting the radio in this truck.
He did. And he had a little problem with it, so he wrote out the station numbers on the dash.
He wrote it in pen?
Well, he scratched it in and wrote it in pen. You can see right on the dash the radio stations that Elvis put in his own handwriting.
Right there. KDM 1468 and KDR 7017. It gives me chills to be standing here by something like this with this much history, because you always wonder how many people drove right by this truck or it drove right by them and they had no idea that Elvis was in it.
It had to be literally thousands over the period of time that he lived in Memphis.
So even through all of the turmoil of being the world's biggest rock star, his connection with the car gave him peace.
That's right, and this connection here is the one that really kept it all down to earth for him, I think.
The all-new season of AmeriCarna premieres Tuesday, February 17th at 10 on Velocity.